Hi Scorpio, this is Kajora Lovely with your general reading for the month of April 2019. In this reading, we're going to be going over your general energy for this month and what's happening with work, love, and money, and then something you should keep in mind. For those of you who are curious, I am reading with the Marigold Tarot. So let's see what's going on with the sign of Scorpio for the month of April 2019. Okay. So where you are right now is the Page of Wands. Now, usually this relates to the fire element, action, communication, forward movement, something that you're kind of passionate about. You're building something, usually. You've got some youthful optimism about some project or some new venture that you're working on, which is good because you're also dealing with some anxiety about something. So I feel like focusing on that new venture or whatever it is that you're building could help. What's interesting is that what's crowning you is the Page of Swords in reverse. So this means you're not looking for new opportunities of some sort. There's not some new thing that's coming in. Maybe an intellectual thing. I don't know what that could be. Maybe a new job. So your energy is more, as opposed to being more cerebral, it's supposed to be more action-based, more heart-led, more thinking about what you want to put out into the universe, working toward your ambition, that sort of thing. You also got the Five of Cups as far as what's influencing you directly. This is about noticing what's not there instead of what's there. About feeling sadness, maybe someone hurt you in the past, of kind of overcoming that feeling. So, work. I don't know, some of you might work with children. Some of you might feel like you work with children, but otherwise, well, I feel like that's what it is. It's more like either you work with children and you're aware of it, or it's like you're working with children. And some of you feel like a nanny, it feels like. And that is leading you to feel very unhappy. And this is a general feeling. A lot of signs are getting this for this month when it comes to work. People are not really feeling happy where they're at with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Usually the Ten of Cups relates to family. So in this case, it's the work family. There's someone in your environment, like you're not really jiving. People aren't happy. You don't have that abundance that you want. People in the workplace aren't really feeling happy. And it could be because there's a lack of planning. There's something that someone's not really setting their sights on where they want to go moving forward. They're not really thinking about growing roots. They're not really thinking anything through. So what's interesting is that the outcome of the situation is victorious with the Six of Wands. There's a victory there. There's recognition. So this could be that you're meant to step up because you've got the Four of Swords before that in reverse. Usually I see this as pick up your sword and fight. It's time to come out of hiding. It's time to come out of hibernation. It's time to step up, make your voice heard, and make a difference, and you'll get recognition and acclaim for that. So whatever the problem is, it feels like you probably have a scenario in mind for what you could do that would change the entire dynamic. So send it to your higher management. Tell your supervisors you have a plan. You have an idea for what you can put in place to fix the scenario and what's going on in the situation. And it looks like that could be like have a really good outcome for you. Okay, love. There's something not new coming in. Either that or someone's acting a fool, but, because this is the Fool. But usually I see this as like there's something not new happening. There's some strange energy in here when it comes to love and relationships. And it could feel almost like if you're in a relationship, it feels like there's sort of a new energy that came in and you're like, who the fuck are you? Get out of here. I don't like you. Like, I can't see you, but I know you're there and you have darkness with you. So, and it could be that there's someone coming in who is not what they're pretending to be or is not what they seem. They're not necessarily building towards something for the future. That maybe it looks like they are. This is the earth element. So it could be that there's something that seems like it's, just kidding, they're not who they're supposed to be. They're not who they say they are. But at the same time, you're putting in the work towards this person. So what's the outcome? Whoa. What's the outcome here? Victory. Again. Why? Because you see this isn't leading to something. Yeah, it feels like there's something that you're able to see the situation clearly. There's something that's not what it appears to be. And you're able to kind of put in the effort and energy where it needs to go in this situation to come up with the outcome that's best for everyone involved. That you're able to, it's weird because it doesn't seem like this relates to love, but it's like you're able to see things from a broader perspective, and you're like, oh, I see my role here, you're playing this role, you're playing that role, here's how we're going to work with those, and it's going to change to be something that leads to victory. But it could also be if someone's saying that they want to build a foundation with you, they're like, oh my God, I want to marry you, I want to do all this stuff with you, and you're like, dude, you're full of shit. It could be that you're seeing that, but there's something else going on. There's more players in this scenario. So you have a few people who might be weighing in or participating in this dynamic, and you're starting to see what all their roles are, and you're like, oh no, we're not playing this game. We're not doing that. So I feel like you will get some clarity on that situation. You don't even really have to ask for help on it. You're going to know what it is. Okay, money. 3 of Wands in reverse. There's something that's not, you're not moving forward when it comes to money. There's something that isn't happening. And it could be because first you need to have some epiphany or realization about something related to money. There's something that you're meant to see more clearly and have a whole spiritual awakening about, which will then give you hope for the future about money. Let me see if they can give me one more clarifier on that hope card. It is not the King of Wands, which could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Maybe somebody who is a creative type. Yeah, there's something about this energy that's not... So it could be if you're looking to invest in someone or work for someone, the person you're looking for who will be the person who'll bring in money into your life, who'll be the one worth investing in, is not the one that might seem like they know what they're talking about, or that they have this great idea, or that they can do something. It could be someone else. Someone who's young and hungry and has a half-baked idea. Somebody who's kind of like, I don't really know where I'm fully going, but I have an idea of how I want to get there. And this could be somebody that you're working with that could bring you money. So whether it's a financial advisor, a business planner, something like that. And even for you, it's maybe trying, instead of going the old way, something that you knew before, putting your new hopeful energy into something else. Of thinking, where is it that I want to go moving forward? You know, what is this youthful optimism I have about something? What's this new project or venture that I want to put my time and effort into, instead of what I think of as like the thing to make me money, the tried and true. So that could be where the epiphany is, that there's a realization that you need to change the way that you're earning money, because the way that you were doing it isn't going to lead you anywhere. It's not taking you through that portal of change when it comes to money. So let's see what your general theme is, or something to keep in mind, sorry, for April. Whoa. Keep your money where you can see it. So I would take that as don't invest blindly in something. Make sure you trust the banks you're working with, something like that. Okay, so there's some ending that's coming up with the Ten of Swords. This could also maybe feel like if you felt like you were stabbed in the back, because it's also paired with the Five of Swords in reverse. So with these two, it's that whatever, if there was a betrayal, someone being underhanded, someone taking something from you, that's coming to an end. And it could be someone where you had a partnership, you were trying to make something grow. I feel like there's some sort of dynamic here in some shift that was meant to happen when it comes to work or some sort of project. But, and then when it comes to emotional happiness, that's funny. You got a lot of don'ts. Don't be anxious. Don't focus on anxiety. Don't focus on the things that keep you up at night. Take some melatonin and go to sleep. Then you got the King and the Page of Cups. So that could be not hoping on emotional mastery or a new message to come in. It could also be like, don't expect emotions to come, don't expect to be emotionally balanced when you're acting emotionally immature or imbalanced, or you're hoping for someone else to come in and fix your problem. Maybe it's like, it's also about not looking at the situation unfairly. I feel like it's like, don't be anxious, but don't expect anyone else to come in and fix your problem. So it could be about quieting your mind long enough to be able to listen to your subconscious and like hearing the answers that it has for you. So let's ask, what are you meant to do? Again, don't spend time with people who you know are manipulative or liars, cheats, thieves, stealers that steal things, also known as a thief. I feel like with that, you won't be victorious. There's something that won't be, a new thing that won't be coming in. So what should Scorpio do? Okay. The Empress. So this is, okay, this makes a little bit more sense because all these cards that were basically no's because they're in reverse relate to their swords and their cups, which relates to thoughts and emotions. So it's not so much about what you're feeling and thinking and getting stuck like in here and like, well, what about this? 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 Keep your feet on the ground. Keep your head out of the clouds. It's really about, but the Empress relates to earth energy, the earth element. So it's also about like abundance, fertility, creativity. I feel like finding your drive and that groundedness of finding a way to keep, really emphasizing keeping both of your feet on solid ground and feeling like you are bountiful, you are creative, you can make new things, you can bring new things into the world. You're able to be fully possessive of yourself, like you're feeling strong, you're feeling capable, but more importantly, grounded. So I would say if this really resonates with you, look up grounding meditations. You can find them on YouTube or you can just Google them and see if they're on people's websites and stuff. I really like to imagine running all my energy down through my feet and into the earth and growing roots into the earth and sitting with that for a minute. You can also look up root chakra meditations because that helps you ground. You can even look up like root chakra meditation music. Okay, I'll take that as validation. Maybe root and sacral for those of you who want to work on your creativity and abundance and fertility as well. And you can play that in the background while you're working, running errands, cleaning the house, that kind of stuff. It's very soft music usually. And then there are some that have singing bowls that are tuned to the specific chakras that are supposed to help clear and strengthen them. So because your root chakra relates to how you feel grounded, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling stable, feeling like you're able to have a foundation that you can build from. Your sacral chakra relates to creativity, new ideas, giving new life, that sort of thing. So it feels like that's where you need to bring your attention, is sort of down to your first and second chakra, and bringing your energy back into your own body, back into your own sphere, focusing on yourself, focusing on what you want to build for yourself moving forward. And your energy, and it's like, yeah, I feel like creativity is a big one for you this month. How can you harness and develop and nurture your own creativity and have that bring you forward? And it's not so much just imaginary scenarios you can come up with till the cows come home, but more, or even focusing on your feelings and how someone wronged you or how you're feeling so emotionally unbalanced. What can you practically do that will harness your own creative gifts that can move you forward? You know, light stuff. But at the same time, that's pretty exciting. And you can use some of this Aries energy in the beginning of this month to kind of get that fire going with you, because fire is a very, like, it's Aries season is pursuing. It's very active energy. And so you can start riding that wave, I think, the beginning of this month to get whatever your creative project is going. And then kind of coasting into Taurus season on the 20th. After that, sort of using that wave, just continuing with it. So, interesting month. I hope you have a wonderful month of April, Scorpio, and I'll see you again next month.